says, if a person commits the act of apostasy through abandoning prayer, how can he come back to Islam if he does not have the remorse? Well, if he accepts Islam again and becomes a Muslim and prays, what was before is gone, because he now has started a new chapter by accepting Islam and praying. So the remorse over his kufr has nothing to do with accepting Islam. Nevertheless, abandoning prayer, as we've stated over and over again, is not an act of apostasy, generally speaking, unless a person practically refuses to pray, not a single sajda, even when threatened by the Muslim ruler or by the Muslim judge to be executed after being imprisoned. And he's still adamant, defiant, not willing to budge. And he says, I'm not going to pray. I believe in the prayer, but I'm not going to pray. This person, if he reaches that level and then he's executed, he is a kafir. He's not washed, nor shrouded, nor buried like Muslims. He's thrown in a pit and buried as a kafir, cannot be inherited. But when we talk about general concept of an individual that we know, see, when we talk generally, we say, yes, whoever abandons prayer is kafir. But when we want to pinpoint a person, this particular individual who doesn't pray in front of us, we cannot say that he's a kafir, because there are conditions to be fulfilled. Maybe he prays when we don't see him. Maybe he prays on and off. Maybe he has a misinterpretation that he has in his mind, thinking that it is not mandatory to pray. You never know. So we don't go and make someone kafir individually, a specific person, without fulfilling the conditions. And this is usually done by scholars or by the Muslim imam. That is the Muslim judge, the ruler. Now, having said that, it is not at all appropriate to label people for us. But I'm assuming this is a general question. What is the role of remorse in accepting the repentance? It is a major role. Without remorse, your repentance is not accepted. So if a person apostatized and he went or came back to Islam, he doesn't require remorse because he was a kafir. All what he requires is to embrace Islam and start fresh. And all these years that have passed him, without the remorse, they are not counted. But if he committed a sin, he's been fornicating for a couple of years, and now he repented, and now he's married and he's happily married, he goes to work, but he doesn't find the remorse over the 2 years of fornication. His repentance is not accepted, in the sense that he will be held accountable for it until he gets this burning feeling in his heart, the fear of Allah Azza wa Jalla and of his torment over that heinous sins that he had committed. If he cannot find it, I feel sorry for him. And he'll feel sorry later on down the line. He has to plant it. He has to fake it until it becomes real, and Allah Azza wa Jalla knows best. Adil from